Liposuction of the flanks, or love handle liposuction, involves sucking out unwanted subcutaneous fat from the love handles or the flanks. So the love handles or your flanks is the fat roll or the extra fat that is above your pant line. So where most people wear their pants or their waistband, the fat rolls above that and around that area on the backside are what we call your flanks. So flank liposuction involves sucking out that unwanted fat. So I do flank liposuction by making small incisions behind what would be your bikini line or your bathing suit line, your board short line. And from those incisions, I will use the liposuction cannulas to go upward and infuse the fluid that we infuse at the beginning of liposuction, as well as break up and suck out the fat and smooth out the fat. So flank liposuction involves getting rid of the extra unwanted subcutaneous fat of your waist, of the backside of your waist. So if you can pinch it, I can suck it out. Now, another thing to keep in mind is if you have a bunch of extra skin, liposuction alone is not going to fix that problem. So the good news is most people don't have stretched out skin along their flanks. Most people's stretched out skin is on their abdomen. So for most people, you can have liposuction of your back and your flanks, and even if there's a little bit of excess skin, once that fat is out, the skin will tighten up on its own as long as you wear the compression garments that we put you in. So that is liposuction of the flanks. The goal is to get rid of the love handles and the unwanted fat above your butt. If you're a woman, what I like to do is I draw out your butt. I draw out the whole butt with all the landmarks and everything that makes up a butt. And then I suck out everything above your butt that's not your butt. Because we don't want to suck out your butt. We want to suck out the fat above your butt that is not your butt. So that's what I tell people when I'm marking them before surgery and they're asking me why I have so many marks on my butt. You're not doing anything to my butt. I say I know, but I want to make sure your butt looks as good as we can when we're done sucking out your love handles. And it sort of helps map out the fat that we don't want before the procedure. So that is basically what love handle liposuction is, or flank liposuction. It's sucking out all that fat above your butt that you don't want. And if you draw a line around your back at the level of your belly button, think of it as the fat that's below that line. And then the fat above that line we call your back, and that would be treated with back liposuction. I personally have had flank liposuction. The unwanted subcutaneous fat of my love handles, or the area above my butt, was sucked out with liposuction. So that area no longer looks fat or disproportionate, since those fat cells are now gone. And because I had never been significantly overweight, that skin tightened up pretty well on its own. I don't have any loose skin. So that's really the key to whether or not your skin will tighten up on its own after liposuction is, have you had stretch marks or significant weight loss or pregnancy? Those kind of things make the skin not really tighten up very well after liposuction. If you haven't had significant weight loss, and if you don't have any stretch marks, you haven't been pregnant or pregnancy hasn't affected that area, oftentimes the skin will tighten up on its own following liposuction. The other thing I should mention about flank liposuction is the goal is to narrow the waist. So whether you're a man or a woman, in general, it is not attractive to have your love handles or your waist be wider than your butt. So your hips are technically the widest part of your butt, is what we consider your hips. Your waist is the narrowest area of your abdomen or your trunk. So oftentimes people talk about a waist to hip ratio. And what is an attractive waist to hip ratio? And that varies greatly, but whether you're a man or you're a woman and what ethnicity you are, I'm not going to get into all that. But what I'll say is the purpose of flank liposuction is to make your butt look better by sucking out all the extra fat above it. It sort of helps define and delineate your butt, which oftentimes gets lost in that extra fat that is in your flanks. To learn more, check out our website where you can upload your photos and concerns as a virtual consult. You can also check out our price estimator to get pricing information for all the various procedures we offer. And finally, if you'd like to have your questions answered on a future podcast or Q&A video session like this, please leave a message on our SpeakPipe. You can go to our blog page and our SpeakPipe is located there. Thanks for listening.